I accidentally had it sitting on the wrong screen this entire time. What a funny joke. Anyway, hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back once again to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and you've been looking at the screen this entire time, so don't worry about it. Right. So, today is going to be not the longest stream. I'm not going to go for like 5 hours. I am going to do the Midnight Fane and some side quests, and then probably stop after that point. Mostly because, one, I wanted to do that yesterday, but stuff came up that prevented me from doing so. And two, I also will have stuff preventing me from going too long tonight. In fact, I wanted to stream Monster Hunter as well today, but I'm not going to be able to do so. So, just gotta deal with it. Me. I don't think you have to deal with it. You can just go do whatever you want. I'm the one who's got the time crunch here. Also, my Steam Deck arrived. I'm not going to be able to use that today either. I finally managed to get it working, kind of. Turns out these things have notorious Wi-Fi issues, which somehow caused it to recognize literally every Wi-Fi network in the area except for the one I wanted, which is mine. And I had to create a hotspot on my phone in order to do that. What a mess. All right. So, what do we got? Outcast. Kales's request, already done. Secrets of Creation, that's later. Cusp of the Abyss. Gotta wait for the Free Crusaders to show up. Nothing going on here, it looks like. If there is something going on there, that'll happen later. Riddles in the Nameless Ruins. That's later. This is Ember. Alright, yeah, that should be everything. I just gotta basically sit here and wait for Ember to get kidnapped. I gotta wait for Regil to need me to go check out the Hell Knight place. And that's it, I think. Plus whatever continuation of the Mythic Path is going on. Alright, so what else is going on here? We've got Defenders of Freedom, Preachers, High Truth God Colossus, and Comrades, Spiritual Heroes. Okay. Chanting the Branch of the Last Ash. Faultless Daybreak. Let's do that. How much money do I have? Plenty. Okay, Branch of the Last Ash. What are we going to do here? We've got... I'm turning into a Bardiche. Wielder of the weapon casts Breath of Life on an ally. Chosen ally gets +2 bonus to blah, blah, blah for 1 round. Int bonus as damage and attack. Or... when the number of scorches reaches 3, they begin to glow, granting a +2 bonus to attack against such creatures. Number of scorches to 5, the enemy starts bleeding, and these scorches become tainted. 5d4 damage. This is honestly pretty good. It's constantly stacking, increasing damage. I'm going to get that one, because I'm not going to use this with... Nenyo's not going to use this. Why would Nenyo use this? That's the only person who would use this, so... The Kelid's triumph. The legend comes through. The branch of the last ash has returned to the world to herald the defeat of the demons. They prayed over the last ash so that their dead ancestors could share their joy. Ah, yes, this one. This one is not something I've had before. Let the aristocrats' warriors judge the veteran and the mercenary soldiers judge the noble. Conflict between 2 officers has led to a defeat in a skirmish with demons. One of the officers, a charming young noble, tried saving the lives of the soldiers. The other, a cynical veteran mercenary, acted based on the principle that victory is all that matters. Soldiers often suffer because of the officer's arbitrariness, but they cannot object or push back. The fact that the commander allowed common fighters to judge officers for their crimes has heartened the warriors greatly. Okay, so just that thing happens. Socio wants to talk. Suspicious-looking warriors. Okay, what's this about? Is this the date? It's probably the date. Here we go. Oh, I gotta visit the court too. Excellent. All right, let's turn Social down as gently as I can. Man, that's so rough. That's so rough. Oh, man. It's like, come on, man. Just come on. Okay, who's this? Who's this? Also, hold on a second. Oh, what's that? Oh, hey, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your work. Also, hold on a second. What was that thing called when you set up a local network? It's wireless LAN sharing or something, right? I used to have a thing set up for this on my computer. Like, that's a fun thing you can do. If you need to, like, you can literally just connect your... If you have a computer set up via Ethernet, you can connect... I mean, even via Wi-Fi. You can connect an antenna up to your computer, a Wi-Fi antenna, and depending on the antenna, you can actually use your computer as a local Wi-Fi source. It's a very handy trick to know how to do. I, at one point, had all the stuff set up on my computer as, like, a bunch of bat files that would just run and do all the stuff for me and set it up. I don't know where theirs are. There's someplace on my computer. I'd have to look at them and try and figure out how they work again, but it's a very, very handy thing to have. Especially, let's say 7 or 8 years ago when smartphones with hotspots were not as common a thing and you just straight up did not own a smartphone. I didn't get a smartphone until like 2012-ish, I think. Is that right? No. I had a cell phone up until probably 2010, and then I got the Google G1 as my very first smartphone. That's a good smartphone, by the way. They don't make them like they used to, and by that I mean with physical buttons that don't freeze up when you push them because they're physical buttons, and a trackball. That was a weird one too. It had a trackball instead of a home button, and a full push-out keyboard. Pretty decent keyboard, too, from what I recall. Oops, I didn't mean to push a button. Now, will you look at that, son, Chedlovsky? Sunset smiles wryly. Allow me to introduce... Kel Five Knives. I can introduce myself just as well. The disheveled, dark-haired man, weighed down with weapons, salutes you. Name's Kel. People call me Five Knives. I'm a free man from Cheliax. I'm... a robber and a brigand. Quite a famous one, too. Renowned for robbing Chelaxian nobles and allegedly giving most of the stolen goods to the poor. Oh, so he's a good person. A secret fan of mine, are you, Feathers? Let me talk to the commander and then I might be kind enough to sign an autograph for you. Kel turns his eyes on you. If you judge me by Chelaxian laws, I really am a criminal. But I swear that my lads and me have never harmed a good and honest man. Sure, we've taken things, but only from people who were slaves of devils or just plain scoundrels. As for the people we gave our spoils to, they all needed help. That was downright criminal, this, eh? I spit on any law that says so. What brings you here? Things are getting a little too cramped at Cheliax for me and my gang. The local sleuths have been hunting us for a long time, and they'd ferreted out our best hideouts, caught some of the people who helped us and sympathized with us. I didn't want to put any more lives at risk. We discussed it, and we decided to put our daggers to good use somewhere far away. And who's worse than people who bow and scrape before devils? Demons, of course. Back in the day, we wouldn't have been caught dead fighting alongside crusaders. We knew all about them and their self-righteous ways. But then we heard a rumor about the new commander, how he was better than all the rest put together, and that the new commander understood the difference between demanding discipline and demanding folk lick your boots. That's why we came. Let us join, Commander. We want to fight for you alongside the other free crusaders. So, this seems like the obvious go-to, but this is also like... Yeah, no, you guys are like criminals, sort of. But also, like, I don't know if you're best fighting demons when you could be, like, messing up the supply lines. And Nevia, you say? We've heard of her. She knows what she's doing. So be it. Hey, Commander, are you going to make me a knight or what? I'd love to see the faces of the Chelaxian big shots when they find out that old Five Knives is a sir and a crusader, free or otherwise. I hereby knight you and your friends as crusaders, Sir Kel Five Knives. Grab your weapons, take a gulp, beat the demons to a pulp. Early Sunset sighs heavily but says nothing. Will do. Well, so long, Commander. I'll let my lads know we'll be moving in here. You're welcome, Anevia. You're welcome for the help. I don't know what those do. Like, Azot... Oh, right, I had to go do the thing, didn't I? I would say one other thing is that Azata is a lot of hidden information. Like, for every other path so far, these are the kinds of things that would show up and you'd go, okay, this is this kind of thing, this is this kind of thing, right? just gonna hop out real quick and go talk to people over the ridge. Darren. Darren, I say. No. Anyway. Normally, when you do one of those things for... Let's say Legend, right? It'll give you a bunch of options, and it'll say, okay, which one of these do you want to do? Do you want to get this thing, which gives you a bunch of new units? Do you want to get this thing, which gives you passive bonuses? Do you want to get this thing, which gives you this? Blah, blah, blah. Do you want to take this super cool armor from this dude, or do you want to get a cool dude who has his super armor on him, and he fights for you? What the fuck? Things are on sale at the Ridge Turn Garden. Quite literally. What's going on? Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Let's move.
Oh, hey, Cookie Mon. Yeah, I remember you. It's been a while. I can see why it's been a while. Hope you've been doing well as well. I'm doing fine. Just trying to beat the heat, as it were. Yeah, it's good to see you. It's been... I don't remember how long it's been, actually. Actually, I can tell. Let's find out. Last time was... Wow, a year ago. So, fun fact, on Twitch, as I'm a moderator / administrator or whatever, I can actually look at messages that people have sent in the chat, and I can see, like, okay, there's today, there's your message there, and then the previous message was September last year, which is, wow. But yeah, I do remember you. Anyway, I hope you're not at work now in that case. Okay, who do I talk to about why the thing is...
March on.
Who do I talk to about why everything is, like, shaking? Oh, Aranka, there we go. I'm glad you came. Ball of the Wallflower says, tearing himself away from some calculations. Something incredible is going on here. Ever since 3 new creations appeared on the ridge, appeared in the court, the whole ridge has been shaking. Magic has been behaving very oddly, and everyone has been having strange dreams. You can all tell that something is going on, but what? We just don't know. The entire court is assembled. For the first time in quite a while, too. Usually someone's gone for a stroll, or others are off hunting demons. It might be hard for such a motley group to live in harmony, but we're trying our best. The court has brought us all together. Since we're all here, would you like to do something? You know, something you really want to do? Last time you did a thing like that, you made a garden appear on a barren rock. Something else is bound to happen this time. There's a tried and tested method for that. Scaranthral and his treants join in with enthusiasm. The Five Knights. Kel Five Knights effortlessly adds a boisterous note to the song. This time, instead of trying to be the lead singer, Aranka simply weaves her voice into the chorus. And then... you guys shouldn't be standing that close to the edge there. There it goes. can't be. Are we flying? More like floating. Wallflower is calm and collected compared to the others, but his eyes are alight in a way you've never seen before. Court is now a floating island. Said Chadlovsky, is there no limit to the wonders that happen around you and because of you? Many more wonders lie ahead. Trust me. We do! Ilk's voice is so ardent that it would set brushwood ablaze. The other Free Crusaders echo his words. I can't believe this is all for real. It's just awesome, but Wallflower, please tell me you have a couple levitation spells handy for us to get down safely.
I'll make my own legend.
Cool. How do I get out of here? Oh. I can just go direct to the Citadel from here?
Onwards.
That. Oh, hey, cool. Ember's been kidnapped. Excellent. Finally. Perfect. Ember has been kidnapped. This is what I was waiting for. That's weird.
Let
Why
us be
hasn't
off.
it... Oh, no, that's Kaelessa. Right. Okay, well, that's my mythic quest finished off, I guess. There it is. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Thankfully, most of my bosses are, or were, I should say, fairly chill about the whole situation. Well, situations in general. Like, I didn't have anyone coming in to micromanage me, although I had coworkers like that. So, yeah, I know the feeling. But hey, nice. I guess I'll go with the Triumphant Noontide. But yeah, good to hear that your work situation, I guess, is better or more free. I really don't... Like, I hope it's just doing fine over there. Oh god, is it? Why is it so hot in here? Hold on a second. Did my air conditioner turn off or something? That the air conditioner is not on because the rest of the house is not as hot as my room. And my room is probably 80 degrees minimum. Good to hear. All right, now I've got to... So we have the Stone of Ghostly Pathways, which I'm turning into a Sai. +4 Thundering Sai, gain +1 bonus for damage rolls until end of combat. Up to +5. So it's not bad. Wizards, +3 Speed Sai. Lands a hit on a summon creature. Suffer plane distortion? What is that? Huh. Priest of Norgor. Keen. +4. Lands a sneak attack against a new living enemy. That enemy is infested with tiny spiders. Dealing 1d6 damage for 2. Well, there's levels. That's pretty good. Oh, that's actually pretty good. So you have like a column of cold air that you're just blowing through the house. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I've got central air. Is this central air? Yeah, I guess this would be central air. But the thermometer for central air is probably about, I don't know, like 30 feet that way in a different room, which is not as hot as the one with the computer in it. So this room gets nice and toasty. The only time the air conditioner turns on is if like the entire house is hot, which isn't the situation here. So I just gotta grin and bear it, and I got a fan that's blowing air into the room, and that's really about it. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? And the winter, you just get the fans turned around so they blow all the hot air out of the computer room into the AC so it blows it out. That's how that works. Clearly. I mean, it's not... Like, I remember back in college, we didn't even have an air conditioner in our apartment. So what one of the guys did is got a bunch of water bottles, froze them, stuck them in like a styrofoam cooler box thing, like a throwaway cooler box, if you want to throw away styrofoam. Cut a hole in the top on the left, put like an empty bottle in there that had the top and bottom opened up so it would blow cold air out, and then put a fan on the other side in another hole. And that was our air conditioner, which, spoiler, not anywhere good enough to like cool down the living room we were in, but it was better than absolutely nothing. Like, I will take a 1 degree drop in temperature over no degree drop in temperature. Ugh, that's rough. That is rough. On the bright side, you don't have to pay for heating during the winter. Yeah, I know that feel. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that in the winter. I basically just live in my room and my computer heats me up and that does it. So I get to take all my savings from summer and transfer them into winter. And I don't know, at some point I might also put my smaller air conditioner back in the window here. The window is like a non-regulation size. I can't put an actual like window unit in there. I have to get one of like the roll-in floor units, which are kind of bad. And I 3D printed like an attachment that goes on the back of it, specifically so that... Here's the problem with the roll-in floor AC units. I'm going on a tangent here. The floor AC units that you get have like... There's a couple different versions of them, but they generally are like 1 outside port or 2 outside ports, right? If you have 1 tube that goes outside, that's the exhaust tube, all the hot air goes out. Awful design, because that creates negative pressure in your room, which means that all the hot air gets drawn back in, either through cracks in the windows that you don't seal up properly or from other rooms or whatever. If you have 2 tubes on the back, that means that hot air from outside is being taken in, cooled down and put into your room, and then the exhaust is going back out. So it actually creates positive pressure in your room, which keeps hot air out better. I found out about this and I went, oh, this is awful. Okay. So I 3D printed a piece that attaches to the back of the air conditioner and basically is my attempt to convert it into a 2 setup system where the air input is now being fed to outside. So I'm drawing hot air from outside and then also blowing the hot air back out via the normal attached exhaust port, which also doesn't fucking... The window is too wide for that thing. So I actually have to like fill the rest of the gap with cardboard that I just duct tape to it. It's really bad. Yeah, exactly. Like I still don't think I even have it right. I'm pretty sure there's another air intake on the bottom, which might be the main one. Which, either way, I'm still getting negative pressure, and even with all that, it's not a very good air conditioner, so it cools down the room a bit. Like, it does work, but it really doesn't feel like it. Like, the room will... I'll set the temperature to be like 70 degrees, and the room will be like maybe 76 on a good day. It's not great. On the other hand, it is really handy if it's like a cool day out and I just want to blow cold air in, because I just turn on the fan and it just sucks the air in from outside and blows it around. And worst case scenario, it sucks the air from inside the room and blows it around. Like, it's great. Oh. Yeah, those are the worst. Most of the windows in the house are actually are horizontal opens, not vertical. I happen to have one of the vertical ones, but either way, like, it doesn't fit any of the windows in the house. None of the windows in the house can support an air conditioner. The only air conditioner we have in the room is one that's cut into the wall. And it's also not in the room I'm currently in, which I can't even get to. So it's awful. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna get that one. That one's decent. New games I'm looking forward to. There's a couple, yeah. Let me actually look at my Steam wish list here. There we go. So, looking at my Steam wish list here. Oh, that's why, on sale, I see. So there's a bunch of games that I played before, which I'm looking forward to, which I'm really interested in. Dome Keeper, I played a couple weeks ago. Looks super cool. Blocky Dungeon, I played a while back. Also really interested. That I think is actually coming out relatively soon. Let's see here. Curse Crackers, For Whom the Bell Toils. Looking forward to that. Beyond the Long Night looks pretty cool. Force Reboot. Yes, actually, most of these are Mundemos. And actually, if you want to like find where exactly they are, on my Twitter, on a pinned tweet on my profile, I actually have a Google Doc which lists every single game I played on Mundemos and every single video it's attached to. So you can go back and say, okay, what's this game? It's here. There's the video. You can just find it. That's the new thing I'm doing. It gives me a little bit more upkeep I have to do, but it's not too bad. Like, most of these things are games I have played already on Mundemos. Oh, I'm very excited for Among Us VR. Oh, Baldur's Gate Alliance 2, Dark Alliance 2. That's also coming out relatively soon, apparently. Backpack Hero, Angerfoot, Highwater I'm interested in. Oh, Cult of the Lamb, too. Cult of the Lamb comes out next month. I'm intrigued by that one. I don't know if I'm like super excited for it because the demo was like the teaser of the combat and didn't tell me enough about it. But yeah, a lot of these games I played on there and I'm just sort of waiting for those to come up. I just have a I'm sorry. I turned her open on my browser for a second. I just, I don't even know why. I don't even know why it's funny. I don't even know why it's so funny. Why is this? I don't. To blurring. I don't. That's, I need to take a minute. I need to take a second. Maybe. Too much recirculated air. I don't know. I don't know why that's so funny. It's getting you right. It's getting you right in the funny bone for some reason. I don't know why this is hitting me so hard. I don't know why this one is hitting me so hard right now. Jesus Christ. What the... To Blue What is that? To Blue that's the perfect spelling of Toblerone when you're blazed out of your mind. That is, I can't. Why? Why is it so funny? Why is this stupid tweet so fucking funny? Why am I dying of laughter from this stupid Toblerone? Okay. Okay, I'm good. I think. I'm not very. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of water and don't choke on it from laughter for some reason. I'm losing motor control from that. I don't. Maybe it is carbon monoxide poisoning. Ugh. Also, fun fact, now I've learned that you can order custom Toblerone. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So what degree are you going for? Did you say bachelor's? 6 spells per day, so they dominate person. Unholy damage. Maximize, dominate. Chant the wicked dope. Banish the dope. I get heavy armor with ferocity. Distilled dope. Fast healing 1 until end of combat. Dirty squealer. Oh, nice. Are you going to go into like some sort of sub-discipline of physics? Like, are you going to go for quantum? Are you going to go for classical? Are you going to go like research stuff? E&M, astrophysics. Astrophysics is a fun one because you get to actually work in a frictionless vacuum. There's also like geophysics, physical chemistry. Yeah, that's fair. I can't do chem. Chem is too abstract for me. I tried learning the ixils and oxides at one point, and I just kind of stopped. Physics is much more my speed. When you cast Grease Spell, must pass a reflex saving throw or suffer acid damage. What? So here's a question, right? Like, it's actually very weird. A lot of this game has... This game is a lot of stuff which is, like, weirdly focused on low-level spells. Like, there's Best Jokes, which is a mythic ability that specifically gives you bonuses to Hideous Laughter, which is a 2nd level spell, which means you actually have to get heightened spell to use it all the way up. Then there's ones here for Grease. Specifically Grease, a 1st level control spell. If you heighten that all the way, then you get 5d6 acid damage for the reflex saving throw, but like this is such a weird one. Ear-piercing scream is like a 2nd level spell, I think. 1d6 plus 1 per 2 cast levels points of damage. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's just straight up worse. College Chem is better, but at the same time, it also demands a lot more from you and demands that you memorize and learn a lot more. High school chem, I honestly don't think high school chemistry taught me anything about chemistry. Come to think of it. I learned like, hey, look, this is what it looks like when you look at a neon light through a beam splitter or whatever that thing was. You know the ones, right? The little slits that go on. When you look at a light, you look at the slits and it shows you like the chemical composition depending on where the beams are when it comes out of that or whatever. Diffraction grading. Not a spectrometer, diffraction grading. Like that was in there, although that's technically like more physics than chemistry if you think about it, because it's about wavelengths coming out from excited electrons. You learn about like acids and bases for 2 minutes, but you're not allowed to actually touch them because that's super dangerous. You'd learn about the periodic table of elements and never use it. And technically that's also physics because it's just about neutrons and protons. Yeah, it's about neutrons and protons within the nucleus of the atom, and then also electron levels, which is actually also physics, isn't it? Like, dealing with singular molecules is basically just physics. The actual chemistry stuff only really comes in when you're dealing with, like, multi-molecular things. Or, not multi-molecular. When you're actually dealing with molecules as opposed to singular atoms, which high school chemistry does not touch on. At least not to a significant degree. I think there might have been, like, one part where we got tested on, like, what's the approximate end charge of this molecule? And it gives you, like, some alcohol until you have to figure out, like, oh, is it a plus or a minus because it's missing an electron or something? I don't know. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Also, this is actually awful. Okay, okay. So there's a bunch to this one. First, ear-piercing scream has its damage reduced from 5 to 30 to potentially 11 to 16. That's not a lot of damage. Like 5d6 is not much damage either, all things considered, but it's better than 1d6 plus 1 per 2 caster levels. Yeah, that's fair. Quantum physics is kind of a mess anyway. It's basically a lot of, okay, go in here. This is the Schrödinger wave equation. This is how you use the Schrödinger wave equation to solve all these problems. How do we get the Schrödinger wave equation? Schrödinger went into a cabin for 2 weeks and figured it out. That's all we know about it. Or at least that's all you learn about it. They might do some actual derivations of it in, like, a master's degree or a PhD. But yeah, that's majority of quantum physics. Just look at the Schrödinger wave equation and use it to do a thing. It's basically just a much more complicated version of F equals ma. That's quantum mechanics. Going back to this. Okay, so damage is worse for ear-piercing scream. Creatures who fail the saving throw become dazed for 2 rounds instead of 1 round. Decent, because it's dazed, which means that they don't get an action, even if they don't lose their AC. But that's still not very good. And finally, Amulet also increases the DC of all spells with Sonic Descriptor you cast by 2. That part is useful. That part is actually useful. I think I'm going to go for this one. I mean, you may not be wrong. Laudanum was a... What is it? No, it's a... What was the Thinking Man's drink or whatever? Gin? There was, like... It wasn't gin. There was, like, some vaguely hallucinogenic alcohol that a lot of people drank back then, which might be why. Although, when I say back then, I mean, like, 1700s. Schrödinger is a bit more recent than that. Oh, it's a club. No. Vicious weapon lands a hit who doesn't wield any weapons and must pass a fort saving throw for 1 round. Its claws or other natural weapons are deformed. You know what? Let's do that. Why not? Ah. Alright, this is the Intolerance one. The Sarkorians and the Mages. I don't really care. Oh, it's Yeager and Kel. Hey, nice. I get to deal with this thing. All right, time for Regil. Hello. Where the cultists capture? Fine, I'll take care of it. Oh, hey, nice. Masquerade. Excellent.
Let's move.
That's both of the things I needed to do. Oh, right, Ember's gone. I was like, hey, why am I missing a party member? Oh, right, Ember. Oh, it's actually time. Oh, okay. So let's get over here real quick. I believe that takes care of everything I need to do here.
I say, I do believe your bleaching has progressed since yesterday. As your healer, I'm prescribing a trip to the nearest brothel. The experience will add at least 10 years to your life.
Naked people are of no interest to me. People faking desire for me, even less so.
I desire you. I'm down for you, Regil. You're the coolest. I love you. You're the best. Somehow... Whoop. No, stop. Somehow you're the... What the fuck? Somehow you are the best character in this game. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. But they made Regil a Hell Knight gnome. The best character in this game. Every part of him should be terrible. Everything about Regil should be just awful. But here we are.
Let's have some fun.
There we are, the Grand Owl of Wisdom. Okay, now I'm going to make a save right here. Because there's a non-zero chance this breaks due to the mods. One of these days I'll get that rage going.
They will break against our resolve.
Problem solved. Poor thing, he was a thrall to the demon. Look at these Hell Knights. Ivory looks around timidly. It's so scary here. Can we grab these tasty treats and find a place that isn't as scary?
I refuse to accept their statement.
Well, there she goes.
Thank you for amusing me.
There we go. Why aren't you doing anything, Bismuth? Alright, anything else going on here?
Onwards.
Decide
Anything
already.
new?
Right,
I agree.
right, there we go. That's what I wanted. I want the bow. I love all this vendor trash.
Let us be off.
What's up? I forgot to wear armor. I forgot to put on my armor. Forgot. I just picked up this brand new armor specifically for this purpose. Gives me DR3, whereas this one gives me no DR. Armor decreases by 2, but I get a +2 bonus to dexterity, which increases it by 1. Actually, wait, did that... Max dex was 5. Actually, yeah, so this increases my AC by more. Since I now have a +8 dex, which is actually being supported by this armor. Nice.
Let's move.
I finished here. Is there more?
Sunstroke. Okay.
Follow me.
Very good, very good. Hello.
March on.
Excellent. That takes care of that nonsense. Nothing broke, which is the important bit. So now we can leave. And now we go to Baphomet's altar and help out Ember, who is captured again. She just can't stop getting captured. It's weird. It's like I'm constantly living through an endless loop. Okay, let me just, you know what? I'm not gonna. It'll take more time to open up the thing than it is just to walk there at this point. Because there's not a lot of travel time left. Actually, I think it's this. Yeah, it is.
I still cannot dream, Desna. I have not earned the right. I have not solved your riddle. Well, at least I can stand watch over my friends and guard their slumber.
Just watching them sleep. Nothing creepy about that. Just watching them sleep. Alright. Time to go beat up some Baphmites. Baphomatites?
Defend my dream.
What's that?
I'm just gonna rage out. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. How are you scared? You have a dragon friend. You should have just told them that Ivy will come and show them what's what. They'd let you go at once. They sure would. They would. What happened to you? Let's see. One of the nuttiest things I've ever heard. Do you think you can reform them? Fine, I believe in you. Let them be your congregation. I won't punish them. Okay. There we go. Job dealt with. Blazing Crown. When wearing this headband in prison, plus 4 deals damage through a spell to one of our enemies. He gets temporary hit points.
Onwards.
I think I was putting that on Ember for a while. No worries.
Let us be off.
I'm not like demanding people just watch all the time. You can feel free to lurk, chime in whenever you want, what have you. Is what I would say if I wasn't demanding you watch all the time right now. This is a requirement. If you fail to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell. If you don't do that, I'm gonna come to your house, find you in your sleep, and you won't even know. God, could you imagine? This will be on the test. Man, what a... Speaking of lies your teacher told you, you remember when they said that you wouldn't have a calculator in your pocket? Oh man, those were the days. Yes, of course. Back in like the 90s and early 2000s, sure, yes, you won't have a calculator in your pocket. You have to learn how to actually do calculations. You have to learn how to reference this stuff. Nowadays, yeah, I hope not. Mimic a deer's disappearance. Right, I gotta go
Follow
find
me.
Dira. Forgot about that. God, where is she again? I don't remember where
March
she
on.
is. Oh, hi, Vazrik. No. Barbarian Duelist.
Onwards.
Yeah. Yeah, so the only reason it works is because I forgot this for a while, but then I remembered. Barbarian in... or Unchained Barbarian, which is the version that Wrath of the Righteous is using, does not do direct stat boosts. It indirectly, or rather, it doesn't do direct stat boosts which indirectly boost your health and attack and damage. Instead, yeah, it uses Unchained. So I have these stances and stuff, and if I go to Rage, it actually shows you right here. Rage, blah, blah. Plus 2 bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage rolls, thrown damage rolls, and will saving throws. So instead of like +4 to strength and con, and then that translates to +2 on damage, attack, and health and whatnot, it just goes directly to your stats, which means I don't need to focus on strength. I can go dex, which I have done, and I still get the attack boosts. Yeah, well, there you go. Rogue is using Unchained, Monk is using Unchained, Barbarian is using Unchained, Summoner does not exist, which is a good thing. I have no clue about this game. I just enjoy the banter, seeing different types of games. Yeah, it's an excellent game. Yeah, Invulnerable Rager's in. It's great. Monk actually has archetypes too. Like they have Unchained Monk, but it actually has archetypes that work for it. And you can also take regular Monk. Traditional Monk is an archetype, which is just normal chained Monk. Anyway, if you have any interest in CRPGs, this is an excellent CRPG. Wrath of the Righteous is fantastic. There's a lot of stuff you need to know about builds, but that's only if you want to go nuts and do like weird stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't want to go for builds, you can just let the game tell you what to do and just take like recommended stuff or take one of the pre-builds and just let it level yourself up automatically. If you do want to do weird build stuff, there's guides, or I've like give suggestions, or as long as you're like not going on too hard of a difficulty, you can basically play whatever you want. Like one of the things I want to try out just for funsies is if I take a character who is 1 level in every single class, can I make it through the game? My guess is probably yes on story mode. Yeah, exactly. You could. Pathfinder has like really big power gaps between like the lowest possible thing and the highest possible thing. Lowest possible tier is like a character who is trained wrong as a joke. Completely worthless in combat, basically non-functional in any situation. Still probably could make it through the game on story difficulty. On the other hand, you have like my legend character for my last run was pretty close. I only failed because I didn't want to respec a 3rd time to change my mythic stuff. But, like, you can make a character like that who will just walk through the end of the game solo. No problem. Like, if I could have changed my legend character so that instead of having, yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what Swarm Walks looks like. But, like, if I had been able to change my legend so that instead of taking Last Stand early, I took Magic Nullification, I wouldn't have even had to fight Aurilu. That would have been a non-issue. Because she would not have been able to do anything to me that I wouldn't have been able to just, like, crush her first. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think Crushing Rocks might have been able to hit me, but I had a really high reflex save, so probably not. God. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, I didn't have magic nullification, which means that spells actually hit me, which was unfortunate. If I... Again, that's only because I didn't want to respec a third time, because that's 40 levels I had to go through. I didn't want to re-level for 40 levels just to fix that problem. Anyway, yeah. This game's great. Let's see. Something evil has happened. Yeah, I think, Clashing Rocks is, like, the only instance of conjuration she uses, and maybe Tsunami? She doesn't use much. Most of it is just, like, Enervation or Banshee's Wail or whatever. Like, if I had just Magic Null, I could literally just ignore that entire fight, I think. I could probably go back and try, even. I can respec using the mod and just go back and check it out on Core and see what it looks like, but we'll have to see. What can you tell me about Dira? Does Wendog know about it? Of course she does. So this is a conversation I did before, like way before, but I didn't bother checking in until now because I hadn't really been messing with Wendog too much. I think I did this during my Lich playthrough. Yes, I did do this during my Lich playthrough, I remember, because this comes up in chapter... If you take Lan, this same thing happens during chapter 5 instead. Because Wendog doesn't appear here until that point. Lich is really cool. I would highly recommend it. Like, Lich is a very cool mythic path. That said, while Lich does get a bunch of stuff for non-casters, I think it's probably way better if you play as like a wizard, sorcerer, or arcanist, because then you get the 9th level, 10th level spells, which I didn't even get to see. I didn't even get to see past like 6th. Yeah, that sounds cool. That seems super cool. But I never saw that because I was playing an alchemist, which didn't get the advanced spell books. I didn't even see 9th level Lich spells. So, definitely do that with a caster type. Because that seems like a really cool thing, which I sadly missed out on, and I don't know. I'd have to play through it again. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Do you have any idea be involved in this? Have you gone to anyone for help? I'll find what happened to her. God, I don't remember where Dira is. I think Undead Master might have been a bit much, though. Yeah, exactly. Like, Undead Master is already an absurd necromancer without having the Lich stuff on top of it.
Let's move.
God, I don't remember where to go for Dira. I know she's around here someplace. Like, you can find a package or something around here or something like that.
Follow me.
I think this is the house with the Vescivores. If you did that. Is it? I never... Yeah, this is the one with the Viscivores. I never mucked around with Necromancy Cleric.
Onwards.
I really didn't muck around with Necromancy much in general. Like, summoning and Necromancy always seemed like a very poor use of my time and actions in-game. Oh, yeah, of course, right. Of course. But just in general, Necromancy always felt like a very poor use of my time and resources in-universe and in-game, because it costs material components to do Necromancy. And on top of that, you have fairly weak end results. Like, they're not the worst, but they aren't particularly strong. Yeah, I guess so. Like I said, I just never got that far with it. I just never really had the incentive to get that far into it. Period. Maybe I talked to a Nevi about it.
Follow me.
Yerbeth? I don't recall where to go with this. Yeah, of course. I don't have a power D at the moment, but if I do get one, I'll have to see about it. Like, the only real undead nonsense I ever figured out was...
Onwards.
God. Alchemist gets an ability called Implant Bomb, which allows them to implant one of their bombs into a target.
Let us be on.
Where's the storyteller? Oh, why did he... That was weird. Yeah, exactly.
Let's move.
So it gets better than that, too, because normally Implant Bomb is just like... You think it's just, okay, it just does, like, the bomb splash damage in, you know, a 10-foot area around the target or whatever, and that's kind of it.
Follow me.
But it gets better, because Implant Bomb doesn't do your bomb damage, it does your bomb. Oh. There's a magical teleporting rock elevator. Oh, I see. So,
March on.
if you have a bomb type that is, for example, the Poison Bomb. The Poison Bomb is a bomb that summons a Cloud Kill. Just as a thing you can do. You chuck those into a couple zombies, sew them back up, send them out onto the field. Boom, Cloud Kill on a zombie. Kill it. Oh no, you and however many of your friends are nearby have taken con damage or instantly died. You get fire store. There's like a fire cloud bomb, which is basically I don't remember what the spell is called, but it's basically just a big cloud of flame that's running around.
Let's move.
Use one of those. Put in your zombie. Boom. Incendiary cloud. Thank you. Put one of those in your zombie. And when it dies, incinerate just everything nearby.
Follow me.
It's really good. I was also using that, actually. Because if I remember correctly, the delayed bomb feat... Because there's a bunch of feats that didn't make it into this game with regards to bombs and such, because in this game, bombs basically just exist as a specialized damage source that alchemists can literally chuck out. In-game, though, you can get a thing called Delayed Bomb. And what Delayed Bomb does is allow you to pay some little bit of gold, like I think it's like 10 gold pieces or something, and you can take a bomb, implant it into a target, or do whatever you want with it, place it down, and it just won't activate for a lengthy period of time. Like, let me look up the exact wording here. Oh, that's actually Discovery. Oh, right. That was it. So, Delayed Bomb. The Alchemist can place a bomb. Reason I like Necromancer is because AoE buff spells can make your undead hordes a lot more powerful with spell combos. Yeah, it makes sense. But I always felt like the AoE buff spells aren't as numerous or as strong as just buffing up like your fighter. And even if you do that, like the base stuff for your skeletons is so weak that like you'd need to buff a lot to get them equal to the point of matching like an actual character. So it just never felt like it was worth the time and energy to do so. But there's situations where I can definitely see it being helpful, especially if you can make an actually strong undead. But here, let me work through it. Right, delayed bomb discovery is you can place a bomb so it explodes a number of rounds after the alchemist ceases contact with the bomb. The delay can be any number of rounds as chosen by the alchemist, up to a number of rounds equal to his level. So that's 2 minutes. A round is 1 round is 10 sec. No, 1 round is 6 seconds. 10 rounds is a minute. 20 rounds, which is 20 levels, is 2 minutes. So you can have a bomb sit there for 2 minutes before it explodes. He can end and prevent the bomb's Let's see. At any point, the alchemist reclaims possession of the delayed bomb. He can end the timer and prevent the bomb's detonation. Delayed bomb detonates immediately if any other creature attempts to touch or move it, or if the bomb's contents are damaged from the vial, such as if the vial breaks. Bomb deals damage as if it scored a direct hit to any creature in the square with the bomb when it detonates, and splash damage to all adjacent creatures as normal. You can also only have one delayed bomb at a time. So fun thing about that, since this detonates if any other creature attempts to touch or move it, what you can actually do is you can fall out, sneak up to a person, Fallout style grenade, put a grenade in their pants and then sneak away, and then on their turn they just explode. If you just want to go for that route. But it gets better. The implant bomb feat requires delayed bomb discovery. Exactly, just do it in game. Alchemist is the best class in my opinion. So, when you get the implant bomb, you can implant a bomb in a willing or helpless creature, or a mindless creature under your control, such as a zombie. It takes 1 hour, expends 1 use of your bomb ability for the day. When the implanted creature dies or is destroyed, the bomb detonates in the creature's square as if it were a delayed bomb set by you. You can set the bomb's damage to less than your normal bomb damage. You can use any bomb-affecting discoveries on this implanted bomb, such as acid bomb, frost bomb, smoke bomb, and so on, as normal. The bomb automatically detonates 24 hours after you implant it in the creature. If you expend 150 GP worth of alchemical reagents per die of the bomb's damage, for example, 750 gold pieces for a 5v6 bomb, the bomb does not automatically detonate after 24 hours and only detonates if the creature dies or is destroyed. And 24 hours after implantation, this bomb no longer counts toward your daily total. So, yeah, you can just do that. It takes money, but you can just do that. Yeah, it is, right? Oh, added funsies, remote bomb feat, maximum delay for your delayed bombs increases to a number of minutes equal to your level, so up to 20 minutes. And if you have line of effect to your delayed bomb, which means no walls in the way, basically, you may detonate it earlier than its present time by making a DC 20 intelligence check. The DC increases by +1 for every 10 feet of distance between you and the bomb. So you can just snap your fingers and your zombie explodes, which causes your other zombies to explode, and just chain reaction goes out. Yeah, it's fun. Um, Yeah, nice talking to you too. Thanks for stopping by. That said,
Let us be off.
did I fail a check? I think I failed a check. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do
Let's
that one,
move.
sadly. And also, see, is that actually here? Does it tell me I failed? Okay, it doesn't tell me I failed the perception check. When did I last save? Is that the last one I saved? Yes, it is. Anyway, unfortunately, I won't be able to continue much further on the stream anyway, it turns out. Which, little annoying. So I'm going to have to stop in a moment. But I can at least get this bit sorted out. I bet I probably rolled like a 1. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. What do we got? Any time now. Any time now. Any time now. Any time now. Okay, good. So that tricks. And always roll 20. Nothing? Nothing.
Let us be off.
Because I definitely remember it being someplace around here. Bizarre. Like, I think I remember it being over here or something. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Anyway, like I said, unfortunately, I have to stop now. The thing I was expecting to happen later happened now, which kind of peeves me off a little bit, but I guess I'm going to have to deal with it. And we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to stream at some point. I actually don't know, fortunately. So that's a very short little bit. You know what? If I'm able to stream tomorrow, I'm just going to stream more of this. Because I've been trying to get through to the Midnight Fane for a minute, and it's not been happening for whatever reason, so I gotta make sure it does. Anyway, that's gonna be that. I'll be back maybe tomorrow with more Pathfinder and possibly some Monster Hunter Rise as well. I gotta keep up on that. Gotta keep up the hunt. I just hit 5. I need to keep hunting. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Cookiemon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck with your work. And don't get too hot. So, I'll be back tomorrow maybe, otherwise Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you. And you know what? Since this was so short, is there anyone streaming Pathfinder? I can just go on over to... Is everyone streaming, period? It's a weird time. Wow. Nobody's doing it. Here. I'll send you over to... AyotoStreams. who is actually about to do the Midnight Fane as well, or is in the Midnight Fane. I actually don't know because there's a commercial going on right now for PUBG Mobile. Butterfinger? I guess that's not the craziest thing. Oh, actually, they're in Illusionera. Okay. Go say hi to them. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you, and see you next time.